live. Reporting live from the trenches. It's me, your favorite nigga. How's it going? Reporting live from the trenches. It's me, your favorite nigga. How y'all doing? Don't mind me, my room's a bit bright. Shit. Let me move out the way. So what's up with y'all? Shit, I got all these new followers. Come kick the shit with me. Let's chat it up a bit. You see, I am not what you think I am. So, let's kick the shit, shall we? What go on? How you motherfuckers doing? Matter of fact, how did you feel today? When you woke up, you know, when your spirit decided to jump back in your body from the astral world, and you regained consciousness and your beta brainwaves started to react again, how'd you feel? How'd you feel this rising? Did you rise strong? Or did you guys rise weak again? Yeah, I say rise strong. I don't do the whole grand rising thing. That shit is weird to me. If I just talk the way I talk, and if it's not the way I talk, I can't pick up the lingo as fast as everybody else. It makes me feel like an imposter, fucking poser or some shit. So you know, I just keep it me over here on this side. It's okay here. You could share your fucking thoughts. You could speak your truth in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to judge you. Am I a member of a church? No. Do I... what's the word I'm looking for here? Am I a part of a fraternity or a secret society? No. Do I get monetized on social media? No. So, with what I do and the traction I get and the truth I speak, understand nobody's paying me for this. Nobody's telling me what to say. I'm not getting any backing from a church, nor am I getting an incentive or a script from a church or any organizations for that matter. Now, if you are in a secret society, cool. Of course, I'm black. Wasn't every black person fucking baptized? Wasn't every indigenous person baptized at some point? Of course I was baptized. I think as babies, all of us were baptized. And, you see, I believe in a supreme creator. I do believe in a divine architect. But, yeah, I'm an occultist. If I had to pick what I was or identify, Gnostic, most likely. I've read a lot of Gnostic texts over the years, and I gotta say, when it comes to the Jesus character, now listen, if that's what you guys want to believe, that's great. If the Jesus guy helps you in your life, you know, it's gotten you through tough situations, good for you. I'm not the type of spiritualist to tell somebody they're wrong for what they believe in. If you believe in Jesus, okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna belittle you or laugh at you or mock your beliefs. You see, because the one thing that you don't want to do when you're on your spiritual path or your journey of self-enlightenment is to get in the way of another person's journey. You don't want to do that. So one of the main things I do is I tell everyone it's okay. Come as you are. Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Satanist, occultist, secret society member. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay? Here's why. What you eat, what you do, will never make me shit. What I eat, what I do, will never make you shit, my button. What I mean is, what you do, your actions, thoughts, and beliefs will not affect me. What I do, my actions, thoughts, and beliefs will not affect you. So one of the main things that I like to do is start there. With that, you could be Christian, cool. You can be Catholic, fuck. You could be a goddamn Scientologist or a fucking Mormon. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge you. I understand that the majority of people are the way they are because of their environment, their family upbringing. Literally, the first program you encounter in life is your parents. It's not until you get out of your parents and your home environment, if you ever do, where you realize the majority of your thoughts and beliefs weren't yours. Especially when it comes to environmental upbringings. Therefore, how people think and what people choose to believe, it's not going to make me shit. I don't care. That is fine. We can all find common ground. Every difference can be reconciled. Greetings, salutations, my friend. Everything can be reconciled. Every difference, every argument can be debated. And every truth is but a half-truth. Therefore, you're not going to see me ever go live and be like, you need to fucking do this right now. You need to do this right now. You need to stop praying. You need to get rid of your Bibles. You need to stop going to church and all that shit is stupid. No, I'm not that type of person. If that's what's helping you in your journey, do it. I'm a firm believer that spirit doesn't make mistakes. People make mistakes. So what is calling to your spirit, rather it be the mysteries of Christ, rather it be the Most High, or Hebrew Judaism, or voodoo, or hoodoo, witchcraft, paganism, I don't give a fuck. That's your journey. It's your journey, okay? I'm not the type to bash anybody. I'm that nigga. I know my knowledge is gonna stand on its own. And what my mission is to bring everybody together. Not one person or the other. You see, I make a joke where I say I smell Christian blood, but I don't literally want people to die. I don't want innocent people to die. I want wicked people to be purged off the earth because I feel like the wickedness is the people who are taking up space. But you see, I grew up in a time where we played this thing called Call of Duty on PlayStation Network. And when you play Call of Duty on PlayStation Network, you run into the real trolls, okay? And the internet, social media, listen, I am not new to this shit. I am true to this shit. There is no rage bait. There's no need to debate because when you understand like and unalike are but two extreme degrees of the same thing, you'll start to see that, oh, he's really just saying this in a more emotional way. Oh, she's really just trying to say this in a more passionate way. But if that's the conducive way that they explain it, that's how it works for them, who the fuck am I to tell you not to believe in your God? Who the fuck are you to tell me what I'm saying is wrong? We have to understand that like and unalike is one. And that truly there is no truth. I'll give you an example. The person who thinks that they can't do something and the person who thinks that they can do something are both correct. Now go figure that shit out. So, if you think that you've been forsaken and the Supreme Creator doesn't love you and that you've been abandoned, guess what? That's your life. But if you believe that you're divinely connected to a higher power and everything that is happening for you and not to you, and you trust your process, guess what? That's what the fuck it's gonna be. That's your truth. And we can't like walk around and be like, oh, I'm invincible. I'm impervious to bullets. No, you're gonna get shot the fuck down. You're gonna be Swiss cheesed, my friend. It doesn't work like that. There is a difference between philosophy and reality. Okay? Hold on. Sipping the tea. This is some lemongrass and some spearmint with a little bit of honey. Great for the morning. Yeah, that's the shit right there. That's the good stuff. And most of the time, people they want to be like, no, fuck that. He thinks like this. That's wrong. That's not what I was raised to believe. That's not what I thought. That's not what this book says. Hey, slow down, buddy. Hey, yo, wagwan, Demetrius. It's cool. It's cool. No, I don't block messages. I'm seeing your messages. I'm actually responding to them, bro. That's another thing. I am not fucking petty. Just because someone doesn't agree with me, just because someone doesn't think like me, I'm not gonna silence your voice. Now, don't be a dick, don't be a troll, but I'm not gonna silence your voice. Everybody has fucking freedom of speech. You can say what is on your mind. It's okay here. I am not a sensitive little bitch, but understand, no trigger warnings. Speak your truth. And we can dissect that a little bit. Maybe we could build a foundational conversation or something that's practical, workable, and tangible, instead of just philosophy. You know what I mean? When each one can teach one, and iron can sharpen iron, the world will become a way better place. There's so much emotions involved. It's fucking crazy. Listen, you can't let your emotions dictate your reality. If you call yourself a superior being, if you think you're a spiritual cosmic being, that means having the ability to be unmoved in the presence of the enemy. That means having the ability to be unfazed in challenging situations. Not to panic and pull your hair out and get ready to fight and pull your pants up and use the excuse, I'm healing. I'm not healed. Because when you come from the heart, violence only begets more violence. Am I against violence? Absolutely not. But am I for violence? No. You see, I understand that a real warrior doesn't kill for the sake of killing. When you're a warrior, you go to war when that's the last fucking option. You see, because when you go to war, you have to understand people are going to die. People are going to get hurt. Resources are going to be lost. And things are going to change. So you don't necessarily, as a warrior, want to go to war. Maybe you can form an alliance. Maybe this battle could be avoided because there's strength in numbers, right? Maybe this little miscommunication or disagreement can be reconciled. Maybe we're just on different ends of the same polarity frequency, right? Because when you go to war, you have to understand you're making future enemies. You see that those men and women you're killing in war, slashing, they have children back at home. And those children, they believed what their mommy and daddy were doing was just and righteous as what you believed you were doing was righteous and just. So ultimately what you've done was you've won the battle, but the war will continue on. Because now you've made more little enemies that are going to avenge their mothers and fathers for what they believe is right and just. So the war doesn't really end. It's just this cycle that competes. It's like this eternal pissing contest. I'm right, 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 I'm right. Who the fuck cares? We don't always have to be right. Sometimes it's okay to be wrong too. It's okay to be wrong. Spirituality, self-enlightenment, self-development. Here's the thing about it. It doesn't have an official form. Spirituality to you, self-enlightenment to you, self-development to you might look completely different to the next person. Does that mean that they're not also enlightened and in tune in their own unique individual way? Absolutely not. Of course it does. You might not have that understanding because you're in a different form of reality. You see, there's this guy named Shiki the teacher. And one of his terms he says all the time is YWY, your world is yours. And you have to understand that not the world is yours, but your world is yours. Your world, your reality. This is your program. This is what you're set out to navigate. This is your mission, right? So if your mission is to be a true Christian, if your mission is to be a true Muslim, if your mission is to be a true fucking Israelite, then that's what it is. Understand that not everybody has that path or that mission that you have. And although what you feel is just and right, there's millions of people who might have similar concepts, but just don't agree with that one. Does that mean they're your fucking enemy? No. That just means they don't agree with one part of the philosophy. They might agree with everything else, but most of the time we don't let it get that far because we just want to kill shit. We just want to divide and conquer. Think about it. How many people do you know who look like me and they are so angry at white people? Why? The fuck did they do to you? It's not like you were in the field picking cotton. Sure, life is unfair, but understand something, my nigga. It's not just you struggling. I know white people, Latinos, Asians, Indians, struggling just as bad as your black ass, okay? And you want to know another thing? They get out of it. They end up doing better. And it's not because the system is rigged against you. It's because you think the system is rigged against you. Remember, the person who thinks they can't and the person who thinks they can are both correct. A lot of people who look like me have an inferior complex. They think they're so much lesser, when in reality, maybe it's just you projecting that frequency. When you walk in a room and you're uncomfortable, everyone knows you're uncomfortable. You can act like you're not. You can put on the smiles. You could be, hey, Brenda, how's it going? Hank, Jimbo, right? When deep down inside, Hank, Sandra, Jimbo, Margaret, they all know you're fucking suffering inside because it's behind the eyes. It's not behind the smile, silly. It's behind the eyes. It's in the aura. So when you see a guy or a woman on the internet and they're mad as fuck, they're like, no, I'm tired of these women. They took our job. AI is gonna take your job. Fuck. All these women are whores. All men are dogs. Everybody's broke. That's because that's the truth you're focusing on. You see, there's two types of people. Niggas and indigenous folks. Okay? We're not the same, pimp. Not everybody, we are all not the same. Okay? Niggas can come from Africa, Haiti, they could come from Jamaica, they could come from fucking all walks of life. A nigga is a nigga. You could take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. Do you understand me, sir? When it comes to indigenous folks, very respectful, very hardworking, very polite people, very happy people, very smart people. No victim mindsets with the indigenous people. And I mean the real indigenous people. Not the ones who are like, oh, my ancestors got beaten, they were enslaved, and we're prisoners of war. I want reparations. Nigga. Stop. Stop with all that nonsense. All these fucking ooga boogas running around complaining about EBT. Stop. Understand, we have literally like 2.5 years to get a fucking bag. And wagwan. If we don't get that bag, you're going to have to look in your children's face every day for the rest of your life and explain to them why you didn't get off your ass. Now understand, I work for myself. I lost my job in June. I don't get any fucking days off. I work hard as a motherfucker every day for what I have. I don't have SNAP or EBT, none of that shit. I work hard as fuck, dog. I run 3 Instagram accounts. I run a YouTube page. I have a fucking Gumroad bookstore. And I'm a fucking full-time dad. I have 2 daughters. Mince while making tinctures, making teas, talking to people, networking, trying to make a move for myself. Nigga, I cannot take a fucking day off. If I take a day off, I don't make any money. If I don't make any money, my kids don't fucking eat. Understand something. I don't give a fuck if someone is white and they reach out to me. I don't give a fuck if you're Asian and you reach out to me. If you like my content, if you want to support me, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to pay attention to me. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Anybody who sends donations to me, to my Cash App or my PayPal, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so fucking much. Because you didn't have to. I don't ask, I just put it there. And you guys did it any fucking way. So thank you. I really appreciate it. You see how easy that was to just have gratitude and appreciate people for their time? Networking is one of the most important things I've learned as basically a self. I work for myself. If I fall, I fail, I'm cooked, my nigga. I don't have any rich uncles to come and bail me out. I don't have any rich aunties I could call for money. I don't have any friends to give me a ride. I don't even have a fucking car. I have to walk everywhere. Do y'all want to see where I live? I live in the hood, nigga. And I still walk around this bitch like I'm that one, because I fear no man. The only thing I fear is my creator. That's why I work so fucking hard, so I don't fail my mission. Because I'd rather believe in a higher supreme force and die knowing I was right, die knowing I was wrong, than to live my life not believing in anything. Because here's the thing, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. So get some values, get some morals, get some principles. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm doing the best I can to raise them, you know. It's just, I got a good partner. My wife, she's a good woman. Fellas, get you a woman when you're broke. Stop trying to get the bag and think that, oh, you'll find someone who loves you. No, you need to get a woman when you're young and grow with her. Make your money with her. Grow together. You see, because whenever you can focus so much on yourself for so long, and then you realize, damn, I need a partner. And by the time you're at where you want to be, that partner's not going to come because they only see your progress. They didn't see you in the shadows. They didn't see. What did Drake say? Nigga, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym, nigga. Shooting the gym with her. Shooting the gym with him. Y'all need to come up together. That's going to build trust. That's going to build loyalty. Because when y'all come up together, howdy, my enlightened friends. Salutations. That bond cannot be broken. It'd be a cold day in hell before somebody can steal your bitch from you. It'd be a cold day in hell before someone could take your nigga from you. But if you out here just trying to, do what it is. I'm young. We grown. That's your fucking problem. Understand, sexual alchemy, sexual magic is a thing. Why do you think Hollywood uses it so much against you? You see, when you have sex with somebody, they take a piece of you. And in return, you take a piece of them. On the energy level and on the essence level. This is why in every religion, they tell you your body is a temple. And they all preach abstinence until a certain age, until you find a forever partner, right? They talk about these things not to be strict and sound like assholes or anything like that. They talk about these things because energetic transference is real. Sexual energy is real. So when you're having sex with somebody who's not for you, and then you go and have sex with somebody who's for you, they're not just having sex with you. They have that energy they took from you and the energy you brought in from when you took from another person. This is why people are running around so fucking crazy. You see, think of it like this. Sperm is an energy that can be molded and created inside of a woman. You want to request to join? All right, one second. And that energy was concentrated in another person. And it shoots out into another person. Why do you think they practice having safe or protected? Not just to prevent STDs, but to also prevent, certain energetic interference. If you're a dude and you're a player and you keep smacking cheeks with too many different partners, your face is going to look like shit. You're going to be broken out. You're going to have acne, all kinds of shit all over your face. You're going to be looking fucking soul sucked. I have a vitamin deficiency called rickets. That's why. This is not parasites. I ain't got my vitamin D. My body doesn't produce it on its own. Hey, peace. I appreciate that. I gotta go. All right, well, you have a great day, my friend. It's been real. Y'all go ahead and follow. That's a real one. It's like this. You got all these different energies, all these different emotions. And one thing that they end up like doing is they could work together or they could disrupt. They could diabolically oppose each other. So the last thing you want to do, like if you're keen to GG3D3, you know about Mr. Gary Grenberg and how he always talks about enemy signs. I'm pretty sure GG33 coined the term enemy signs. It's the same thing like that. If you're in a relationship with your enemy sign, you're cooked. But what if you don't know about astrology? You just see something that looks nice. Now you ended up having sex with your enemy sign in your enemy year. And you wonder why you just can't get right ever since that one dude, ever since that one girl. It's because your body is a temple and you're not using it as such. You're not protecting your spirit. You're not protecting your mind. You're not protecting your essence or your energy. Shit, talking is an energetic transference. This shit is all energy. So when we talk, that's energy. When you talk and you listen, you're receiving energy and processing data that gets stored in your subconscious mind, that is released in your conscious mind. That is an energetic exchange. So if you're not listening to something that's conducive and beneficial to you on your journey, what the fuck are you listening to? If you ain't talking to somebody who's breathing and speaking life into you, what the fuck are they talking about? If it don't feel good, what is it? If it don't feel true, what is it? Is it helping you or is it hurting you? Don't be like all these fucking fake ass influencers and be like, you need to cut off your family. You need to cut off your friends. They're not helping you. They're not supporting you. No, bitch, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is protect your energy. Build boundaries. Once a motherfucker shows you who they are, expect them to be exactly who they showed you they are. But does that mean you avoid the challenge? Does that mean you avoid pain? No pain, no gain, motherfucker. Y'all ain't never heard no pain, no gain, no gain. Ooh, no. I don't know the song. I don't know who the lady sing it, but I listened to that shit growing up. No pain, no gain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. And sometimes you're going to have to go through some very uncomfortable shit to heal. Do you really think, for example, the teachings of Jesus or Muhammad, do you think every day was a walk in the park? Do you think King Arthur, let's use King Arthur. Do you think King Arthur had it easy? Or that man go through some painful shit? When Goku turned Super Saiyan for the first time, when he was fighting Frieza on planet Namek, what made Goku turn Super Saiyan? Was he just like, you know what? I'm about to beat this motherfucker up. Or did he have to watch his friends and the people he loved suffer? So something deep inside of him, so he could tap into that shadow, and it broke. The walls of Jericho inside of him came crumbling down. And instead of using that anger for a destructive manner, he transmuted it and made it righteous. And he gave Frieza a very righteous ass whooping. Right or wrong? Stop me when I'm lying. If you've heard a lie yet, drop cap. It's okay, I won't get offended either. I'm petty. I'll really fucking wait for a response. Alright, no cap. You see, think of it like a werewolf, for example. Totally normal person, right? Chilling. As long as it's daytime, it could be a waxing moon, crescent moon. He's cool. But that nigga started getting a little horny. Full moon come out, he just happened to be outside. The shadow beast comes out. And during this transformation, does it seem comfortable? Does it seem fun, my nigga? Or does that shit seem extremely painful? Like, very painful. They be screaming and shit. Ah! Oh! Ah! Fucking bones breaking and crunching and shit. Ah! Ah! It fucking hurts. It's painful. Sometimes you have to learn to laugh at your pain. Sometimes you gotta learn to pick your heart. It's hard to be broke, but it's hard to get rich too. Which one you want? It's hard to be broke, but it's hard to be rich too, my nigga. Which one you want? Because we can't have both. We can do one or the other. But there is no two. No. There's balance and understanding duality. Yeah, absolutely. But what the fuck you gonna do? Left foot, left path, right path, left foot, left path, right path. You're gonna split in two, bro. You're gonna have to follow what leads you. You could either go left, you could go right, or you can go straight and make your own fucking way. But if you make your own fucking way, like I did, understand you're gonna have to work 4, 5, 3 times as hard. Okay? In content creation, I'm in a very competitive field. Bruh, I've been laying down the law since I started this page. Man, I'm dropping gems, esoteric secrets, giving back to the people. I used to give shit away for $1, my nigga. Ain't nobody doing that but me. Wasn't nobody really giving y'all this sauce with the 7 hermetic principles and how to do meditations using your fucking 5 senses and shit instead of just telling you to sit down and close your eyes and think of some shit in your brain. No, I actually make it practical and useful and tangible and something you can actually use. I'm not like a higher than thou motherfucker. If you ask me a question, I will answer your question. I'm a person too. I know, see, before I went through my spiritual enlightening and I went through my journey, there was no fucking internet. I couldn't watch some fucking videos, nigga. I had to read books. I really had to figure things out on my own, and I got scammed a lot. There is a lot of bullshit on YouTube that's going to send you in a circle. So I was like, you know what? How can I stop this bullshit? How can I be the one to stop this shit? Who's going to listen to me? I got to just do it. And I just did it. And I keep on doing it. And you know what I've noticed in this content creation shit? It is a very competitive field. I got motherfuckers who watch me because I got apps. I know who's watching my page. I know who's the ghost followers. I have apps that tell me these things. I know exactly who you guys are. And these motherfuckers will watch my content. They will not like it. And they will say everything I've said. And they will talk about the same shit I'm talking about. They will even say the same fucking words I said. And you know what? I can't even be mad at it. Because I'm the person who gave it up for free anyway. It's my fault. That's why I do things in a way where even if a person tries to copy me, they are not kasheal. They can't do it like I can. Because I'm not here for fucking the clout, bro. I'm here to help people and make a little money on the side. Sure, I'm sorry. It's 2025. What you want me to do? Lie to you? I'm going to keep it fucking real, pimp. I'm going to keep it as real as I possibly fucking can with everybody who encounters me. I know occult knowledge. I know symbolism, hoodoo. I know voodoo. I know Gnosticism. I know how to decode and break down movies. I know things about colors, the Kabbalah, the chakra systems. You name it, I know it, and I can help you understand it too. Like I said in my bio, I'm here to teach you how to go from student to master. Why? Because teachers make more teachers. Teachers don't make more students. I'm a fucking king maker. I'm not here to build an empire and be the nigga everybody has to come and answer to. No. I am a king maker. I make kings. I am surrounded by fucking generals. Everybody who's been a part of my courses, everybody who's joined the 45-day plan has changed their life. I don't give a fuck if it was them doing a couple of push-ups here and there and not doing it no more. They're at least more consciously aware. They meditate more. They're more tapped in. They have a deeper understanding of symbolism. They're able to decode movies on their own now. That's what teachers do. They understand the 7 Hermetic principles now in a practical way to where they can actually apply it to their life. That's not because of anybody's fucking course. That's because of me. I did that shit. And that's not me. That's not me being an egotistical asshole. This is not my ego talking. This is not my cockiness talking. I am keeping it real with you. Nobody was doing this shit until I started doing. I've only been making this content for 1 year. 1 year. And I already got 2 million views. I told everybody the storm is coming. I told everybody, watch what's going to happen, especially in Arizona on October 14th. What the fuck happened? What's been continuously happening? Is there not storms and hurricanes and floods like I said there was going to be? Is there not more military things going on like I said there was going to be? That I told y'all to pay attention to politics, pay attention to the news, pay attention to the church. Watch how shit changes on October 14th. Then October 14th came and everything happened exactly like I said it would. And that's just one example of many. I've been doing this shit. Ashe, peace. How you doing, pimp? I've been doing this shit. I am not new to this. You see, I go to sleep at night and I go different places. Okay? I be in a place that resembles Hogwarts. I don't know what the hell y'all people talking about with this mall world shit. I don't go to the mall. I am in a very fancy, luxurious school, and everybody is wearing robes. Sometimes there's a mystical forest, and I'm walking down the halls, and there's spirits and all kinds of shit. That's where I go when I go to sleep, and I learn spells. I learn magic. Bro, there was a dream I had. I was in this little fucking machine, and it looked like very, very reminiscent of a spaceship. I was telling people to get in. Bro, we swimming. We like in the ocean. Going out the ocean into space. I'm picking people up in my spaceship and shit. And like, one of my students had a very similar dream. In fact, that's what made the nigga follow me. That's the shit I'm talking about, pimp. Like most people be on the internet just capping, dog. Do you have any idea how fucking hard it is to make a prediction and then it actually happens? Bro, I've been calling shit with 100% accuracy since 2019. I told y'all niggas what was going to happen with the power outage. I told y'all what's going to happen with the bank. I told y'all what was going to happen with the crypto. I told y'all about the return of the bald head generals. I done told y'all niggas about everything you can think of. Who the fuck told y'all niggas first? Kasheal. Yes, I keep a dream journal. In fact, I have several. This is journal 1. This is journal 2, and this is journal 3. I write my thoughts down. I literally get divine messages in channels, but I don't share my divine messages in channels with the public. You want to know why? Because you have to take my word for it. And I don't want anyone to just take my word for some shit in 2025. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. But when I tell you, I'll sit here, have a dream, and I'm around goddesses like Oshun, Yemaya, some of my ancestors who've passed away, and they're sitting here telling me, watch the waters, be careful, tell the people to get out of the water, tell the people to stop listening, you have to unite them all, and then they fade the fuck away. They just fade the fuck away, and I gotta wake up like, damn. How the fuck am I going to warn people without sounding crazy? Do you have any idea how hard that is? Do you have any idea how difficult that is to wake up at 4 a.m. in cold sweats screaming because you were in a dimension getting chased by some shit that you cannot explain? How do you explain that to people? How do you explain that to people? Y'all don't know what it's like. This shit is stressful. That's why I smoke so much weed. Leave me alone. This weed takes a very big effect on how chill I am. This shit is difficult. I wouldn't recommend being tapped in and being a divine enlightened being if you are not ready. Because if you don't understand the difference between the light and the darkness, you will get your ass whooped in these spiritual streets. Y'all see my spirit double? Y'all see my spirit double fucking around with my eyes and my head? making it light and dark and light and dark. It's like a whole rainbow around me right now. In history, every genius that take in any names has been cold crazy. So you are on the right path. Bro, niggas call me crazy all the time. And then DM me with questions like, yo, how do you do this? Bitch, you just called me crazy. Or they'll be like, nah, bro, that's cap. That's not finna happen. I told niggas. So there was a 5 ritual that happened around the time that Cartoon Network was canceled in 32 years. 3 plus 2 is 5. And OG Mako died that same week at the age of 32. And 3 plus 2 is 5. And also that same week, 5 planes crashed in 5 different areas. And there was a shooting where 5 people were shot. Did you know that 2 weeks before all that happened, I told people to pay attention to the number 5 and stay off of airplanes? They said I was crazy. And then look what the fuck happened. I told y'all what was finna happen in June. And then it happened. I said what was finna happen in August. And then it happened. I warned you niggas about September. And then it happened. Like, y'all don't understand. How many times does a nigga gotta predict the future before y'all understand I am not capping? Some people be on the internet just straight up lollygagging, bullshitting you. Yes, I am a light cloaked in darkness. I am a light cloaked in darkness. People see the Baphomet pendants I wear sometimes. They see the crystals. They see the spells I do, not understanding that this is all polarity. Sometimes you can't draw from the light. Sometimes you have to draw from the darkness to do the light's work. It work like that sometimes in these spiritual streets. Listen, if you ain't ready, you better ask somebody. You better call on a motherfucker who is ready. Because these spiritual streets is nothing to fucking play with. People die out here calling on spirits that ain't for them. Die out here trying to work with shit that ain't for their bloodline. Not everyone can do voodoo. Not everyone can do hoodoo. Not everybody could study the occult arts. That shit is not for everybody. I just happened to be born on December 14th, 1996, a 33 life path with a particular 5 energy because my first name equals 5, my middle name equals 5, and my last name equals 5. Also born on the 14th of 5 day. Did I mention that I was supposed to be born on Christmas, but I came 11 days early and I was born at 11/11 and actually born dead and came back to life? You see, some things you can fake. Some things you can act. You can't fake this type of shit I'm on. You can't fake this light, player. Some people don't want this light. They don't want this balance. You don't really want this balance. Okay? Sometimes I have to be dark when I want to be light. You know what it's like to be an asshole when you're trying to be the good guy? When you just want to be good. You don't want no smoke. You just want peace. You're just trying to mind your business. But the inner God in you is like, be a villain. Fuck it. Play with his blood. Nah, fuck that shit. That nigga tested you. That's why sometimes I'll be going off on people when they say some crazy shit in my comments. My mind is telling me no, but my spirit is saying finish him. It's a hard balance. That's a difficult balance. That's some tough shit, man. And it takes discipline. You have to know when to fucking attack. Sometimes you just gotta show your teeth. That's all you need. Motherfuckers see my canines, they scared. They're like, that nigga is a vampire. He's handsome. He's got this weird mystic face. He looks ancient but young at the same time. And he's got long ass teeth. Yeah, I'm one of them ones, nigga. Y'all don't even understand. Kasheal literally means only one. It's an old Sumerian name. See, y'all niggas ain't ready. I keep telling motherfuckers who I am. I give little subtle hints and shit all the time. And motherfuckers still think I'm capping. I showed pictures of 3 different past life incarnations. And you can literally tell. My face has never changed. My head is still the same shape. The craziest shit ever. You know, this is the longest I've been alive. Yeah. That's how I know I'm doing something right this time. You see, when you start doing past life regressions, freaks you out, man. Freaks you out, man. You start seeing faces. Your face start changing in the mirror and shit. Your body start morphing. Start having dreams through the eyes of another person, but it feels familiar as hell. You know, I was talking to my big brother one day about a dream I had, and then he had a very similar dream. Come to find out, that really happened. We were really two white men living in New York in the 1950s, and somebody killed us. Just because you're black right now doesn't mean your soul is. Just because you're white right now doesn't mean your soul is. You could be a man spirit in a female's body. You could be a female spirit in a man's body. Incarnation and reincarnation is not the way motherfuckers think it is. This shit is not a game. It ain't like Hollywood. It ain't like the movies depict most of the times. But listen, some shit is. I lived in a haunted house. Let me tell you something. What you gonna do? Okay, you could ask my brother, you could ask my sisters, you could ask my nephew right now. When I lived on 72nd Street about H.I.M West Mesa, nigga, my house was haunted. You could ask my homeboys, they didn't want to come in my house because of the little girl that stayed in the bathroom that would fuck around with my closet. Nigga, I lived in a house with spirits, talking about the man in the hat. Motherfucker, when we got ready to move out, it was about that time. We put my little nephew, he was a baby at the time, we put him out the car seat, and he was on the couch. We had his car seat right there on the what the shit called? The bar, the little bar countertop, right? Little circular shit in the hood houses. And this cup was just floating. And we all just kicking this shit in the living room. We just talking like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to move. I want to see the new house. And we all just stopped. And we all looked at the cup. And we realized this cup was floating in mid-fucking air. Like, quite literally, it was just floating, nigga. It was just floating, bruh. And then the shit just, bam, slammed, hit the counter, shot across the living room. Now, you know, we black. We got the fuck out of there. That was the end of that day for us. No, we wasn't fucking around that day. We left, nigga. Hey, man, there was one day I was smoking weed with my homeboy Gator back in the day. We was home alone, right? We was just in the same house. We just smoking, you know what I'm saying? Just regular teenage shit. We listening to music, you know what I'm saying? We freestyling and shit, whatever. Just blazing it, kicking it. And we hear this loud ass scream like someone was running to my door, and boom, like someone punched it. So you know me, I get up, nigga. My nigga get up, bro. I grab my bat. My nigga had his blade. He had the filetto. You know what I'm saying? We walking around the crib. Ain't nobody in that motherfucker. So immediately we go outside, bro. We looking around, nigga. Hey, bro, ain't nobody nowhere in sight. We come back inside the house. Tell me why we see his black ass demonic shadow. Buff as hell. Nigga, all you saw was horns and a body. Black silhouette staring at us. Bro, I looked at my nigga looked at me. We hit the back door. Because I wasn't running back to the front door after the hell no. Nope. You got me fucked up. I ain't got no salt. I ain't got no sage. I ain't got nothing. The fuck I'ma do? Fight a shadow? You know how hard it is to fight what you can't see? When all you can do is sense it? See, y'all niggas is laughing. I'm dead serious. You know how many times I had to clean the house with fucking rum and a coconut, sweeping the floor, starting in the back of the house, going to the front of the house because my baby girls was having nightmares. That's the type of shit that happens when you live in the hood. You surrounded by darkness. Even if your shit is right, you are surrounded by darkness, nigga. So some of that shit gonna linger in, especially if you in an apartment, bro. Them walls is thin. You got motherfuckers fighting and arguing and dope dealers and shit. You really think some of that darkness don't sleep into your house? It do. I gotta protect my babies. I gotta protect my woman. I gotta protect my family. And it's very hard to fight what you cannot see. There are unseen hidden forces in this world. For every house, there are two houses. For every building, there is another building. For every park, there is another park. There is a whole world which we cannot see, but it can see us. And we interact with it every day, even if you are not consciously aware. These unseen hidden forces, these interdimensional beings which have no shape, they have no form, they are pure etheric energy. Some of them vibrate high, some of them vibrate low. People call them angels, people call them demons, people call them aliens. I know them as spirits, interdimensional beings that have no shape or form. They are pure fucking energy. And sometimes that energy is wicked. When you walk through the hood and you know that's a place where somebody died, you can feel the sadness, nigga. You can feel it. You can feel the sadness, bro. Their spirit is not at rest. Something, they still living and lurking in that area. They replaying the same day. This is real shit. Sometimes, that's why I tell people, you don't want to be psychic, nigga. You don't want to be psychic. You don't know what this shit is like to be clairvoyant and hear shit that nobody else is hearing. Seeing things no one else is. It's going to make you feel crazy. So if you're really about this spiritual path, understand what the fuck you're asking for. Because what you're about to walk into, yes, you will understand all the power and divinity inside of you. But you get glimpses of peace. Glimpses of peace, nigga. This shit ain't love and light. We ain't holding hands singing Kumbaya on a campfire. It is raw. Because every thought matters now. Every action counts now. No longer are you cloaked by the ignorance of not knowing. Once you choose to walk this path, you choose to hold yourself accountable. And if you're not responsible, if you don't have enough discipline to understand right from wrong, righteousness from wickedness, you will fuck up. You will let some shit inside your life. This is why people die trying to play with dark forces. This shit ain't for the weak, man. Understand that. When I bless y'all, when I say my secret names of power, don't some great shit happen to you that day? It's because everybody deserves blessings. Everybody deserves to live life. Life was meant to be lived, not fucking suffered. But understand, most of y'all niggas is suffering because of your own ignorance. The wickedness of this world is people's and the mass consciousness. The mass consciousness has been bastardized by things like fear, jealousy, frustration, anxiety, self-doubt, and hate, to name a few. These things are actual thought forms, invisible entities, invisible interdimensional beings disguised as an emotion, an energy in motion, channeling through you, not realizing you create more energetic thought form signatures that latch on to your life based upon your vibrational signature or your aura. In short, hatred is not received. Hatred comes from the source. Live by the gun, die by the gun. Live by the sword, die by the sword. And then you understand that sword is just words backwards. Just put the S in front. They just put the S in front. You start to realize that the book of Psalms is actually the book of lamps, the book of lights, which is why almost every psalm is a fucking spell, incantation, or conjuration for protection. Why you think they use the Bible so much in hoodoo and voodoo? That shit is a spell book, not no history lesson. Stop playing with me. If I'm lying, if voodoo and hoodoo and Santeria are not powerful, then explain to me what the fuck the Santos are. The Santas and the Santos. Every time you get an African 7-day candle, either you gonna go to the bodega, you gonna go to and see the Mexican saints disguised with the names like Obatala, Yemaya, Oshun, Ogun, Ezu, Elegba. That's because the saints are the Ori. The saints are the Orisha, nigga. If I'm lying, then I'm dying. And I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. Think about this for a second. Santeria and Hoodoo use the Ori or the Santos, right? Catholicism, they use the saints. Same figures, going by different names. Now, did you know that in medieval times, during the Crusade times, whenever people were getting murdered, if they were not submitting to the newfound religion of Christ and Christianity, did you know that it was punishable by death? Punishable by death. So, how could we keep our traditions, morals, and principles sacred to us while complying to our new oppressor? We just use the same energy and change the name. So the saints, the santos and the ori become the saints. The gods and goddesses become the angels and demons. When in reality, it's the polarity of your left brain and your fucking right brain. That's why there's 72 angels and 72 demons and 72 portions of your left brain and 72 portions of your right brain. That's why. You don't believe me? Do some research on Aleister Crowley's work. Even his ass knew that. Do some research on Saint Germain, and then you'll start to understand that back in the day when they referred to the Christ, they weren't talking about something outside of you. They were referring to the Christos, the Christo oil that is secreted inside the pituitary gland and the pineal gland, the left and right side of your brain. And that truly is the most high place. That is Mount Zion. That is the top of the mountain. And that middle point where the sacred oil secretes produces a color. The pineal gland's color is very reminiscent of honey. The pituitary gland's oil is very reminiscent of milk. This is how they got the term the land of milk and honey. There is no land of milk and honey, silly. It's in the body. The River Jordan, the River Styx, all this is ironically symbolic of the midsection. You know where the majority of your water in your body is? With the intestines. Jacob's ladder is the 33 vertebrae in the spine. And there's a sacred oil that secretes. And it mixes with the spinal fluid. And it goes down those 33 vertebrae and hits this nice little bone called the sacrum. And the sacrum is actually where they get the root and the word secret from, which became secretion, which is what the oils do in the body, quite literally. And then after about 2.5 days, if you don't indulge in drugs or alcohol or sex, that oil goes back up the 33 steps of Jacob's ladder, the 33 vertebrae of the spine, where it sits and rests in the optic thalamus, right in front of the medulla oblongata, where it concentrates, and it travels through the third ventricle of the brain. And once it's to the third ventricle of the brain, it starts to dip this secreted oil that was, secreted in the claustrum, which is where they get Santa Claus from, in the claustrum in the brain, and it mixes together. And that mixture of the oils creates the seat of the soul, also referred to people as the third eye. It's not a literal eye in your fucking head. It's actually quite a scientific process in the brain. And that scientific process in the brain is what makes you God, or it can make you the devil. There's only one fucking energy. You're waiting for a Messiah to come when you will have the ability to be the Messiah. We all have the ability to be the Messiah. Stop waiting for the Messiah to return and do the work. If we all do the work, how can they stop us? I just told you how we can all be Jesus. We all have the ability to become the Messiah and be like Christ. There is no one end all be all. It's all of us collectively together. Every man, woman, and child is animated by the same divine primordial force that created all things. Does that not make you a God, co-creating with God? So stop acting like a little peasant. Stop being mad at mommy and daddy and being a Satanist because that's conducive to your rebellion. And actually listen to the symbolism. Actually pay attention to the sacred arts. Pay attention to what's happening, the inner alchemy, the outer alchemy. Because what's going to happen is you're going to realize that the God of this world is your enemy. In fact, you are not of this world. You are trapped in this world. And that it is your mission to enact the righteous principles and the divine laws of the cosmic beings, the true architects of this realm, above the egregores we create with our thought forms, above the archons who are the true gods of this world, to defeat thine enemy and rise above the pestilence of wickedness and wicked thinking. This is the Gnostic tradition. This is what Gnostic text says. That was way before Christianity was even thought of. The God you get on your knees and pray to and worship is a fucking demon. It's a fucking demon. Now, am I going to tell everybody, oh, you're worshiping demons, dumbass? No, if that's what works for you, sure. But understand, you are the Christ you're searching for. You are the God you're searching for. All you have to do is embody the I am presence. Start doing the fucking work. Stop being a little bitch. Oh, it's too hard. I feel stupid. I feel crazy. You know what's even more crazy? Knowing the truth and not speaking it. Knowing what you need to do and not doing it. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking stupid. All these wars and shit, we're fighting with each other, over each other. Y'all worried about what's Donald Trump's doing. Listen, at the end of the day, when Donald Trump wasn't in office, I couldn't go live and speak this freely. Shut up. Y'all getting distracted. Y'all still thinking like a human. You need to be thinking like a god, bitch. You need to be thinking like a goddess. Until you stop thinking like a human, you're just going to have the same causes and effects that humans do. And I'm telling you this not to sound like a superior asshole. I'm telling you these things because you are the Christ. You are the Messiah. Everybody has the ability to activate the inner Christos oil, which is in the pituitary gland and the fucking pineal gland. We all have a sacrum and we all have 14 chakras within us. And we have an ability to do this every time the moon is in your sun, moon, or rising in the zodiac. So that means we all have about fucking 6 to 7 times to do this every year. And motherfuckers don't know it. So they don't do it. And the people who do it, you control this world and make you think the God you're searching for is outside of you. And you fuckers believe it. See, I'm not buying it. I call bullshit. Now, I'm going to give it some time, but listen. I gotta go get my bag. Because again, listen, I'm unemployed. The only money I make is from donations sent to me, or when people buy books from my bookstore, or when I decide to post a spell. Okay? I gotta go get my bag. I'll see y'all again. It's been real. Thank all of you who have attended. I genuinely appreciate it. I genuinely do. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.